YouTube friends, what's going on? David Lee back with a brand new video. Today we're talking about, what are we talking about? Today we're talking about coverage and shot selection. What does it mean when you need coverage? Well, coverage is basically going over the main types or angles of shots that you want to get. So you're getting your medium, your wides, your close-ups, your extreme close-ups, not necessarily in that order, but you want to be able to get different focal lengths so that way you have more tools to tell a more compelling story. So today we're going to go over on how to get your wide shots, your medium shots, and then your close-up shots using an example from a recent commercial that I filmed. So typically when I'm going through, say a scene, right now we have this shot. I'll pull up either like a full screen or a half screen, something like that. But we have a scene where our main talent, who is also the owner of Salt Culture, their lifestyle apparel and branding company, we have Sophie sitting on a like a deck kind of area on a couch, and you can see Jax, her little boy, and also Hendrix, the their dog, kind of adding some movement to the shot, right? As I'm dialing in, but as a viewer, you understand where she is, because she could easily be sitting down in a coffee shop, or she could be sitting down in a library or at a park bench, right? You have to establish that so that way your viewer has more information as far as where they are, what they're looking at, and what's most important, right? So this is our wide establishing shot. As we move in, we get more of a medium shot where we can see Sophie here. She's on a couch, she's working on a notebook, or she's journaling. You don't know exactly what she's doing, but you can see that she's focused, and there's something that there's attention that she has her attention drawn to, right? So you're curious, you're wondering, what is she writing about? What is she doing in this moment? And having a medium shot gives you the advantage of showing off your talent, showing off what they're doing, and also a little bit of compositional choice. Also, maybe you can see like maybe there's something interesting behind her. In this case, there was just like a wall that was her neighbor. Nothing too interesting, but you can see like the fabric laid out. You can see she's warm and cozy with this blanket around her on a beautiful couch. As we move to the next scene, this is our close-up. Just getting different angles, right? You want to see what she's writing. So rather than shooting up at her, which kind of looks kind of weird, because then you're just like, it looks very like voyeuristic. I mean, that can play into your scene. Maybe that's what you want to go for. But I kind of wanted to give the viewer, like over the shoulder, typical what you would see of like, what is she writing, right? And then we go into a side profile for somewhat of like close up or like an extreme close up, just to get more eyes. You can see her eye light. You can see sort of like the emotion she has right now, which is really that she's focused. As a businesswoman, as an entrepreneur, this is just her starting off her day. She wants to convey this story as a mom, as a wife, as a business owner and operator, that in the beginning of the day, she is ready to work, and she is, she's ready to kill it. Now in the edit, these are where you make decisions, right? Do you want to go from your wide to your medium and then to your close-up? You can do the reverse if you want, right? You can go with the close-up, you can go then to your medium shot, and then to your wide shot. It kind of just all depends, I think it's more of an editorial choice. I usually tend to go from wide, medium, and then a close, right? Because I feel like with an establishing shot, whether you want to call it just like standard protocol or, like what everyone does, I feel like it makes sense, right? Is you want as an audience member, as a viewer, you want to understand where you are first, right? Psychologically. And then from there, you can kind of like, it's sort of like, where's Waldo, right? You're like, what exactly am I looking at? I do see something interesting though, right? That's the most important part. If there was like no one in this scene, if there was no one on the couch, if Jax was running across the screen, no dog, nothing, it's like, what am I really looking at? And do I want to continue to look at this shot of nothing, right? But since I have a wide shot of people in it and movement in it, it draws curiosity, right? And then we move into the medium shot and then to the close-up shot to get more intimate moments and to feel more connected to what we're watching. So the next time you're on set, if you're filming a branded piece of content for a brand, for a business or a company, music video, wedding, right? Pretty much like coverage plays into anything that you're gonna film. Go into it with the mindset of, what kind of coverage do I need? Do I need my wide, my medium, and my tights? Or if you're like in a confined space, is it just like, actually that's another tip, right? Is if you don't have anything interesting to film behind you, like right now, YouTube, talking head kind of stuff, you can go with the medium close up, you're good, right? But say you're filming like, what's a good example? Say, okay, so say an example like you're filming a coffee shop, right? The coffee shop owner loves your work, asks like, hey, how much do you charge for videos, blah, 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 right? Okay, so you get to the coffee shop and you know that the coffee shop really isn't that like pretty. It's like it's white walls, white chairs, stools. Like, there's nothing really interesting about the shop itself. Maybe you don't show, or maybe you don't get so much coverage of the shop. You just get what you need. Maybe the exterior looks better than the interior, so you shoot the exteriors. And then when it comes to the interiors, play off of talent, play off of acting, play off of like the coffee being made, play off of emotions. So maybe you actually want to not shoot wides. You want to shoot more like medium close-ups and close-ups. Because again, if there's something interesting to shoot a wide, I feel like you don't really need the wide then, right? Because there's not anything that's like helping you to tell the story. Again, that's subjective. That's an editorial choice, but that's sort of what I go off of. If I see that there's just nothing interesting, I tend not to shoot the wide. I tend to find something else that makes sense to shoot a wide. So that in a nutshell is coverage on my part, friends. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If you have any comments, leave them down below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel as always so you're notified of new content coming out. Like the video if you liked it. And remember, friends, every day you have an opportunity to create your experience and to write and tell your own story. My name is David Lee. I'll catch you guys in the next video.